Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brian. Haven't done a video in a while, and I actually have some downtime. I'm actually on vacation, I guess you could call it. I took a day off from work and made it a long weekend. And I figured I've been doing a lot of airsoft videos, so I figured I'd change it up a little bit. Um, as you can see, it's probably already self-explanatory if the title didn't tip you off, but I bought a new pop-up camper. Well, new to me, not necessarily new. Definitely not new. Um, you may remember I had I think it was a 97 Palomino yearling years ago, and that unfortunately broke, and I ended up just selling it just to get it out of my driveway. One of the, one of the springs popped out and actually pushed through the frame or the body of the camper, and I just could not find anyone who wanted to touch it in my area. So I just ended up selling it and kind of swore off campers and wasn't going to deal with them again. But my coworker actually sold me this 1997 Jayco Eagle 8. She she literally just said, "Hey, just get it out of my yard." I gave her like $300 for it, and she just said, "Get it out of my yard if you want it." Everything worked on it, like, so the pulley system to lift the roof works fine. There are no legitimate tears in it, but there were some the stitching was loose, so it was allowing water to seep through. So I actually just ended up sealing it up with some E6000, E5000 or 6000, I forget which kind. It's like a flexible adhesive. It's like super glue, but it's more flexible. But yeah, so my girlfriend and I are actually at a wolf preserve in North Jersey with her friends, and they're out hiking, and we were going to take her mother's RV or borrow her mother's RV, but the campsites here don't allow RVs more than 20 feet, and I think her mom's is like 27. So I bought this off my coworker, and we decided to use it. When we bought it, or when I picked it up, it had been sitting in her backyard. Her husband opened it up for me, showed it to me. You know, there was a really, really bad ant infestation in the camper, along with some spiders. And we fought like an uphill battle with them. It was rough. We bought it, sprayed it down, sprayed some ant killer in there, like that perimeter killer, and it still ended up they went away for a while, and then we opened it up after letting it sit over the winter, and there were just ant nests in it again. So we weren't going to use it. We were going to use her mom's RV, and we just ended up opening it up, and I took some, what do you call them? They're the generic equivalent to a flea bomb, and just tossed a couple in here and let them rip, and then let it sit overnight, opened, and let it air out. And came back in the morning, and there weren't really too many ants left. I found like a couple, but anyway, after doing that and using some fogger to just clean up the extra ants, we ended up getting rid of the ants, knock on wood, mental knock on wood, and we ended up taking it up here to go camping with her friends. All her friends' tents are over there. Oh, and Jasmine and Penelope are here too. But yeah, so I'll just give you a quick walk around. It's an 8-foot, I believe it's either an 8 or a 10. I think it's 8 feet closed, and then it's like 10 feet extended, but it's it's pretty similar to any run-of-the-mill 90s camper. It's got electricity. Pardon the mess, all our stuff's in here, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward. This one has a sink. Oh, shut, please. This one has a sink. Haven't figured out if it works yet. I tried pouring some water in the reservoir and it didn't come out, but I don't think I put enough in there because we only have our drinking water, so I didn't want to try using too much. But this one has a sink, does not have a stove. like my yearling does, or did. A twin bed, or a twin bed. I think this is a queen, or they might actually both be, or not twin, sorry, full. I think it's 2 full beds. Has an electrical system. Can't turn it on now because I'm actually running it off my Jeep. I have like a little onboard power inverter, and I'm actually just running it. Let me get my shoes on and show you my setup. Some drunk, rowdy kids on the other side of this ledge. You can probably hear them screaming. But yeah, so I actually have just a basic Amazon power inverter I had on here to essentially charge my phone and a couple other things. And just for shits and giggles, I plugged it into the trailer or camper to see if it would run it. I felt like it was going to just overload it, but it actually runs it fine. Blew a couple fuses, which are easy to access. They're actually right behind here, and I have a whole pack of various fuses. But so it blew a fuse or two because I guess I was running too many things at once, but I was able to actually just run an extension cord from here all the way over here, you know, to the outlet. You don't need an adapter, which is kind of cool. It's a basic connection, and yeah, but so it has electricity, has a water hookup, which I haven't used yet or figured out if it does work. Basically it, really. You know, it has electricity, so you can hook it up to shore power, you can hook it up to a battery. Penelope, stop eating that. And it has a propane connection, so you can run propane. And down here is like the trailer hitch and everything else. Trailer hitch on this is a little bit finicky. I've had a hard time getting it onto the hitch on my Jeep. I'm wondering, I bought a 3 1/4 inch drop, and I'm wondering if it's just too high, and I mean, may need to get it lower. But yeah, that's the only issue I've really had with it, is just the getting the hitch on. Getting it off is pretty simple, but sometimes I have to really finagle it or like pull it back and forth unhooked to get it to actually drop in and allow it to latch on. But yeah, that's really it. It has like a canopy that I haven't taken out yet. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. You know, it's nice to have one of these again, even though I had a nightmare with the other one. Hoping I don't have a nightmare with this one. I actually don't have it registered yet. It's insured, but I've been fighting with the DMV because they didn't have a title for this, and I can't find the VIN number on it. So the DMV is going, yeah, we need a picture of the VIN number for you to be able to register it. So I don't know. I've just been kind of riding dirty with it and just saying whatever. But it's a nice camper. It's nice for, you know, a weekend or even like a week if you're somewhere ideal. This is like typical Jersey woods. We're at Taylor Campground, and I'm not super wowed by it. It's not awful, but I don't know. I've seen more visually aesthetically pleasing places, but yeah, it's good for the weekend. So anyway, that's basically it. It's so this is my new camper, new to me camper. I'm hoping this one will last a little longer. Not gonna flip out if it doesn't, because again, it's an old camper, and the only reason I actually dropped the hammer on it was because my coworker sold it to me for dirt cheap. And yeah, that's basically it. So hopefully I'll make another video with it somewhere more interesting. But until then, catch you guys later.